Hello, myself Subhajyoti Mahato, lecturer in Computer Science and Technology. I am from Raja Ranjit Kishore Government Polytechnic. Today I will explain a part of decision control and looping statements, which is a unit of the subject, that is programming in C. In this lecture, I will cover the topics: iterative statement, while loop, do while loop, for loop. Iterative statement: repeat a set of statements a number of times. For some programming objective, it is necessary to repeat a set of statements a number of times until a certain condition is fulfilled. In such situation, iteration statements can be used. The iteration statements are also called loops or looping statements. Now, the parts of the loop is initialization expression, test or control expression, update expression, body of the loop. While loop, it has one control expression. It is an entry control. So the while loop in C is most fundamental loop statement. It repeats a statement or block while its controlling expression is true. The condition can be any Boolean expression. The body of the loop will execute it as long as conditional expression is true. In an entry control loop, a condition is checked before executing the body of the loop. It is called as pre-checking loop as well as entry control loop. This is the syntax of the while loop. The statements are repetitively execute until the defined condition statement is false. This is the flowchart of the while loop. First initialization, then check whether the condition statement is true or not. If it is true condition statement, then execute the loop body. Then again check the condition. If the condition statement at that time also true, then it execute the loop body. Then again it checks the condition statement. Then if condition is false, then control of the execution jump to the end of the loop. Now this is an example. Here within the main function, we declare a variable n of the type integer, as well as we initialize that variable with an integer value, that is 5. Now while n greater than 0, now initially the value of the n is 5, so here the condition is true because 5 greater than 0. Now it will execute the body of the loop. So printf rrkgp hyphen %d comma n. That means printf function print rrkgp hyphen and the value of the n. What is the recent current value of the n? That is 5. So first line printed to the output console, that is rrkgp hyphen 5. Then printf / n. It's a new line statement. Then n equal to n minus 1. So 5 minus 1 equal to 4. So now the value of the n is updated by 4. Now the flow of the execution, again move to the condition statement of the while loop and check whether the condition is true or not. As the recent value of the n is 4, now 4 is greater than 0. So it will again execute the body of the loop. Now it print rrkgp hyphen the value of the n. Now the value of the n is 4, so output console, so printf function print rrkgp hyphen 4 to the output console. In such a way, when the value of the n is 1, then the printf function print rrkgp-1 to the output console. Then the value of the n is decremented by 1 and finally the value of the n become 0. Now when the value of the n is 0, then the condition statement is false because the 0 is not greater than 0. So the flow of the execution move out from the loop. Do while loop. It is a post-tested loop. The body of the loop execute at least once. It is an exit control loop. The do while loop always executes its body at least once because its conditional expression is at the bottom of the loop. Its general form is do, then body of the loop, then while and with condition. Each iteration of the do while loop first executes the body of the loop and then evaluates the conditional expression. If this expression is true, the loop will repeat, otherwise the loop terminates. As with all of C's loop, condition must be Boolean expression. In an exit control loop, the condition is checked after executing the body of a loop. It is also called as a post-checking loop. This is the flowchart of do while loop. First initialization, then the statements which are placed within the do block, then increment or decrement operation, then check the condition. If the condition is true, then it execute the do block again. Execute the group statements again, and again perform the increment or decrement operation, then again check the condition. Now if the condition is false, then the control exits from the loop. So in case of do while loop, the group of statements placed within the do block execute at least one time. Now this is an example of the do while loop. The initial we have taken an integer variable with the name n and initialize it by 1. Then within the do block we use a printf function to print rrkgp colon and the value of the n to the output console. Then the value of the n is incremented by 1. So initially the value of the n equal to 1, so it will print rrkgp colon 1 to the output screen. Then the value of the n is incremented by 1 means the n equal to 2. Now as the value of the n is less than equal to 5, so it will repeat the do block again. In such a way, when the value of the n is 5, then it will print rrkgp colon 5 and n equal to n plus 1. That means the value of the n is updated by 5 plus 1, that is 6. At that time the condition become false. So the control of the execution exit from the do while loop. Now for loop. It is a deterministic loop. The for loop is a deterministic loop in the sense that the program knows in advance how many times the loop is to be executed. There can be more than one statement in initialization and iteration section. They must be separated with comma. So this is the basic syntax of the for loop. So here we have to initialize those variables, then the condition statement, we have to place the condition statement, and then increment or decrement or iteration should be placed here. Now this is the flowchart of the for loop. Initially initialization, then check the condition. If condition is true, then execute the code inside the loop, update the counter, again check the condition, execute the, if condition is true, code inside the loop will execute, then update the counter. If the condition is false, then exit from the loop. Here we declare two variables a and b. Now within the loop, a is initialized by 1, b is initialized by 4. And what is the condition we have placed? A should be less than equal to 4 and b should be greater than equal to 1. Now what is the iterator? That is, a is incremented by 1 and b is decremented by 1 for each iteration. Now within the body of the loop, just we print the value of the a and b. So initially at the first time, the value of the a equal to 1 and value of the b equal to 4. Then check the condition. Now a is less than equal to 4, this is true, and b is greater than equal to 1, this is also true. Then it will execute the body of the loop. So output will be a equal to 1 and b equal to 4. Then it control comes to the iterator. A is incremented by 1, so the value of the a is updated by 2 and value of the b is updated by 3. Then it will check the condition whether a is less than 4. Yes, a is less than 4 because the content of the a is 2 and the content of the b is 3. So the condition statement is true. So it will execute the body of the loop. Then it will print a equal to 2 and b equal to 3. So in such a way, when the value of the a equal to 4 and value of the b equal to 1, then also the condition statement is true. So it will print a equal to 4 and b equal to 1 to the output console. Then it comes iteration part of the for loop, that is a plus plus and b minus minus. So the updated value of the a will be 5 and the updated value of the b will be 0. Then the condition become false because a is not less than equal to 4, because a contains 5 and b contains 0, so 0 is not greater than equal to 1. So as the condition statement of the loop is false, so flow of the execution jump to the or exit from the loop. These are the resources or references what I use. These are some questions for assignments.